there? Disney. Disney are the world's experts at doing small things to make someone's day. Has anyone been to Disney here? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But let me give you two really small examples. I've got young children. And Disney can be really hard work for young children. If you've ever been to Disney with young children, you'll understand what story I'm going to say. The one thing children want to see is the parade. If you want to see the parade, you normally have to wait about 40 minutes before the parade. If you are a parent with 3 children, it is the longest 40 minutes of your entire life. Because your children sit there wanting to do anything but wait. And last time I was there, we were sitting there, and after half an hour, I thought my son was going to go mad. He was sitting there with the biggest frown on his face on the side of the curb. And one of the Disney staff, who was someone out of one of the shops, not even associated with trade, was walking past. He actually walked right away past my son, and then turned around, spotted him, walked all the way back, bent down, and pointed at my son's face and said, "What's that I can see?" My son just beamed. He said, "Thought so, it's a smile." A tiny, tiny gesture that 2 years later I'm talking about. That's what making someone's day is about. It's not always about doing these huge gestures, but how do you bring that little moment of care to each and every customer on board Emirates? Because that's the thing that makes the world's difference to an experience being good or the world's best. One of the things we love at graduations, when we talk about making someone's day, is the other thing that's the most important when you're looking at making someone's day is there's a few things that come into play. The first is looking and listening for opportunities. I can tell you that guy from Disney, because he works there, he was probably walking down the main street going, "I know there are going to be some grumpy children here today." Because guess what? There are grumpy children there half an hour before the parade every day. I'm going to go and look for the opportunity and spot some children and do something about it. The other one is, we've given you skills and training. Is that enough? There's one thing missing from that ingredient, and that's attitude. It's the attitude to go inside and say, I'm not just going to look for the opportunity, I'm going to do something about it. To make the choice to do something different. So it's about looking, listening, and then acting. And we like to role model that. There's a couple of people I just want to say thank you to, very briefly, because courtesy of the trainers, there's a few of the ab initios who I know have been brilliant in little things during their training. Where's Lara? Don't swear. Lara, your trainers just want to say well done, because they said you've gone above and beyond your duties and service training by helping one of your colleagues with professional awareness. You organised a study group at your apartment to help colleagues prior to your mock-up. After your training, you visited one of your batchmates in hospital who had to have an operation. You're friendly, supportive and approachable at all times. An absolute role model. Thank you. Where's Tanaka? Again, your trainers just wanted to say thank you, and can I say thank you because I understand one of your batchmates was ill and you took a lot of care of her, went to visit her. Thank you so much for that care. I said at the start, your baby's in our family. As a family, we all live away from our real families. We look after each other. Wonderful care. Thank you so much. And where are Maria and Andressa? What was that? Oh. I understand one of your colleagues was sick one day in the training school and you took fantastic care of her. Thank you so much. As I said, we give you the training. You've got to make the choice to use those skills. The skills we've given you in the training school, we hope you never have to use, but truly they are gifts, whether it be the first aid that you chose to use. Please use them wisely. The other thing I just wanted to do is, whilst we're here, there's one of the SFSs said to me just before, came up to me and said, I really want to do something for some of my colleagues to make their day. And I invite Ellie down. we just wanted to do something very briefly. You've got the microphone a second.
Well, guys, just want to thank you for really lovely 2 days, or 3 days with Zoom. Oh, I didn't prepare for that. Well, it's just a small gesture, but I hope that, well, it means a lot to me. It's a small thing that we can do for many other colleagues or customers on board. Just a small flower, and that flower hopefully will grow in you to spread it everywhere. Okay?
So Ellie's arranged some flowers for all of his fellow SFSs who are gathering. Ellie, come here. A second. So I want to have a little chat with you. It's so wonderful that you did that gesture, because actually I heard that previously you'd done it for all of the ab initios 1 week, and actually that's what you tried to do today, but they've run out of flowers. Yeah. Do you know why the shop has run out of flowers? Because we bought them for you before. So actually we've got at the back, as a gift for you to give all the ab initios 1 flower each. There's one last little thing. Remember I said that making someone's day is not just looking and listening, it's choosing to do something about it. One of the things is when we look through the list of who's graduating today, your name shone through because we've heard so many stories of things you've done to colleagues in the past. I know Obeyed, as your cabin crew manager says, you're one of his top crew. He's so, so proud of you. And he's actually been waiting for this opportunity to give you a national award to say thank you for everything. Thank you so much. And now you've got some flowers today. I can't say this enough. If you want a role model of someone to aspire to be ab initios, pick people like Ellie, who makes a real difference. The thought about giving flowers, genuinely, is too embarrassed to say it. We know he had a friend try and buy flowers for all of you this morning. And genuinely, the reason he couldn't was because we bought them first. So thank you, Ellie. That's all I'm really going to say now. Can I just say, I hope I've inspired you a little bit to show you the power of just taking the time to choose to do something differently. You've got one of the best jobs in the world. You've got the opportunity to see the world and to touch so many people in a unique and special way. We're going to give you the opportunity to do that. But at the end of the day, it comes down to one thing. You making the choice. We can ask you, you've got to make that choice to make the difference. So if I can just please ask one thing. Each and every time you come to work, if nothing else, pick one person on each flight and say, what can I do to create a special moment for that person? What can I do to really make their day? So if we can do that, that's millions of people each year we will have the opportunity to make their day for. And that's the thing that the world's best airline does, and it's what we want to be known for. So congratulations, it's been an absolute pleasure to have the opportunity to share your celebration today. And all I can say is, should we give out some certificates?
Without further ado, we'll get to the certificates now for the Show batches. If I could invite Kevin to come back up on the stage, please. Well, I got him before he sat down. And Tanya McMullen, will you come to the stage, please, to assist? And I also ask Bassam to come to the stage, and Hazel from Ab Initio Training.